Hello everybody, my name's Andy Shrimpton from GAAtech.com, and today I'm going to introduce you to some upgrade bolt-on parts for the DJI Phantom. As you can see, there's quite a few different shapes and sizes on the table today, and this initial video is just going to talk you through what the parts are, and then there's going to be more videos to show you how to incorporate them into the airframe of the DJI Phantom and show you what the advantages and capabilities are. So first of all, we have a mount that's going to allow you to mount video transmitters on, or anything that you want to be able to stick out the side of the DJI. And the material, as all the parts are a white, and I'm going to call it FR4 G10. FR4 is a make of fiberglass laminate, and a G10 is virtually the same as FR4, except it's not fireproof. This is G10 white, and it's white all the way through. There's no vinyl stuck on it like you have seen on eBay and etc. This is solid white material, and it's pretty damn tough. Very nice to CNC route, and so that's the first part, and it's going to come apparent in the later videos what it's for, but this initial video is just to give you a flavour of what's going to be coming up. So this is going to allow you to mount anything from any of the sides of the Phantom, mainly for a video transmitter. Here we have a vibration dampening GoPro mount, although it will take the standard DJI camera gimbal as well, but it just allows you to easily bolt a GoPro initially onto the Phantom. I've seen some terrible DIY good efforts, I must say, and very ingenious efforts on YouTube of how people are connecting a GoPro onto these machines, and this mount will allow you to do it very easily. Here we have a side battery platform, which obviously you need to use two of these to make sure your Phantom is balanced and stabilized, and it will allow you, this will allow you to mount a 2200 milliamp hour battery, and it will allow you to mount the battery on the top or on the bottom of the mount, and that will become clearer when we show you how to install it. And that affects how the centre of gravity is within the aircraft. So again, it depends on other things that you, the operator, have got on your DJI, whether you want to put them on the top or the bottom. This mount is a little bit bigger. It will actually allow for a 5000 milliamp hour battery to be underslung from the mount. There's just not enough room in between the arms of the DJI Phantom to get such a large battery on, but it is capable of taking, say, a 5000 milliamp hour battery. Not that you generally would carry two of those, because there's too much of a weight trade-off between the extra battery capacity and the extra weight, but I was asked could I make one, so that's what I've done. These little notches here, I will explain what they are. Quite an ingenious way to stop the battery sliding on and off. I don't like cable ties. I despise cable ties. Velcro's okay. Cable ties are fine in the right application, but using cable ties for the sake of it, there's always a better way to use another product other than cable ties. So this is a bigger battery mount, and again, you need to have two of them to balance it up. Here we've got some motor mount extenders. The DJI Phantom is very good, but like any small aircraft, it's very twitchy. So the further the motor mounts can be pushed apart, the more stable it becomes. So this little mount will allow you to mount 10-inch propellers with about a 30mm gap in between the rotor tips, so avoiding the vortexes that are created at the end of the tips, where some motor mounts will only give you about 5mm gap in between the blade tips. This gives you around 30. And again, this is very, very tough. I mean, I'm trying to bend it here. There is a slight bend, like any material, even carbon fibre will bend, but this is very, very, very tough, and very, very easy to install. And using lighter mounting bolts than I've seen floating around on other forums, this is going to use 2.5 stainless steel bolts to allow the bracket to connect to the Phantom, and that will save weight. And I'm going to discuss weight saving issues when I come to do the installation video of these parts. Now, if anyone's been flying the DJI Phantom, you know that they are very, very easy to tip over on landing. The legs, the standard legs that come with it, although do quite a good job, just not spaced wide enough apart. So what this little bracket does, it just pushes the standard landing legs slightly out for you. Again, you're going to need 4 of these to do it, and very, very simple to install, very, very quick. All the mounting nuts and bolts will come with the product, and I say we'll cover this a little bit later on in the next video. This bracket was specially made for a friend of mine who's got a Fat Shark video transmitter, and you can see there's special cutouts being made in it to allow the Fat Shark to sit on the bracket very nicely. If you've ever looked at the electronics on any video transmitter, there's lumps and bumps for the components across the board. The other side's pretty much flat where the actual transmitter unit is itself. Obviously you don't want to stick the flat video transmission silver box onto the plate, because it won't give out its heat. Obviously they get hot and they need to be in free air. So this bracket was specially made, and I'll cover exactly what Fat Shark video transmission device that was for in a later video. These brackets do a similar job, and they come in different lengths, but they all pretty much do the same thing, and it allows you to mount a video transmitter as far away as possible, practically possible, on the Phantom, to get it away from the electronics, which are obviously housed in the centre of the DJI Phantom. Again, pretty stiff, a little bit flexible, but it's there to mount normally a video transmitter, some downlinking equipment, to get it away from Phantom. Anyway, that will come apparent. And lastly, in the background is a protection hoop. This will allow you to fly your Phantom up to objects, and you can gently bump into objects, and the prop guard are going to save the propellers from actually hitting the object. Again, you're going to need 4 of these. This will allow a standard blade to be installed, and you can see it gives you a reasonable amount, 5 or 6 more. I can't quite remember now how I designed it, but there will be a bigger protection guard, that if you want to run a 10-inch prop, then again I'll be making a slightly bigger prop guard to allow you to fly. So if you want to fly in a wooded area, you can put it on the prop guards, and if you just hit a tree, you're going to pretty much bounce off, and the DJI should recover. If you hit with no prop guard on, obviously the machine probably is going to break a prop, and it's going to tumble to the ground, and it'll be an expensive crash. So that's a quick introduction to the parts laid out on the table. I'm now going to break off and prepare to do a installation video for one of the parts. So if you like my my first video on my channel, please do like, please do tell people what I'm up to, and I'm open to constructive criticism. Obviously these parts are made, and I've taken a lot of feedback from people down my local flying club and friends that have the DJI, So if you think the product can be improved, drop me a line and I'll be more than happy to take on board what you say. And if I think it's a valid improvement, then I will change these parts, because at the end of the day it's you, the flyers, that are looking for these parts, and all I'm trying to do is produce good quality British made parts that are available. That's my mission. I design these in-house. At the moment they're cut in-house, and I'm now trying to look at outsourcing locally to get them mass produced really. My CNC router is only 900 by 900 square, which slows me down in production slightly. I'd much rather outsource it to a local company, employ somebody locally to cut these parts for me, and that will allow me additional time to develop more parts, because you know, you guys are crying out for parts, add-ons, etc, etc, and I'm here to try and fill that void in designing parts for you, fabricating them and getting them online for you to buy. Anyway, that's it for the first one. Thumbs up if you've liked the initial video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.